No pillows. Just hanging from the trees. Good morning, folks. Today I am in Hardwood Lands, where I did my first episode of Bushcraft Brent, and we're going to meet at base camp at the campground. I decided to park on top of the hill because there's actually a pretty good crew coming with us today. I think there's 6 people all together, and it's going to be a fun trip. All the corn's not down yet. It is fall. I've got my wool sweater with me, and wool really is the best insulator when it comes to clothing. Pumpkin spice season just started. There's a nice crisp breeze, and I don't know how well you can hear me because of this breeze. Actually, I might have to do some settings on my camera, but there's a pretty good breeze rolling through right here, right now. Come on. Damn it. Trying to use the tripod to get an apple. Dirty old crab apple, alright. Oh! That's not a crab apple at all. Never thought it was. It's a good apple. It's tiny. All this corn you see behind me is all cattle corn. So really not a good idea to try to eat it, or you'll want to be eating some bugs too. This plant right here is plantain. You can eat this, but it's pretty dilapidated and gross. And this plant over here, which is also dilapidated and gross, is dandelion leaves. You can eat that. It's a good treat. Carabiner, rated for about 300 pounds, and right there I tied a bow line and just clipped it in. On this other side, I didn't have very much room to work with. It was hard to find 2 trees at the optimal length, so I got, this is just an O-ring, it's rated for 350 pounds, and I got more cordage wrapped around, and I went around the ring a little bit and then did a bunch of cow loops. 2 pieces of strapping that I cut like that and then tied together. That's my spreader bar. And this nylon is rated for, I believe it's 10-pound test, I believe. No, more than that. Way more than that. It's like 50 pound. And I just looped that through. That's my homemade hammock, and I got a blue tarp over it. Over here, I just tied that on fast, a couple overhand knots, and over here, tout line, a stake drove into the ground. Over here, I tied it right to that, so that's not moving nowhere. Underneath, I've got a line to hang my glasses off of. Over here, I've made sure to loop that around the line underneath so that it doesn't wiggle this way. And I've tied it back on there. I made this tripod last time I was out here. With just some electric tape and 3 sticks. And I've tied that to there. You'll notice that it's not a double A-frame. And the reason for that is I want to give myself lots of room to get in. And also it doesn't really need to be water resistant, it just needs to keep the dew off me when the dew falls tomorrow morning. So this is my bed for the night. It is much easier to get into your sleeping bag when you're laying down on the ground. But you just can't beat how comfy this is. I mean, I am on a cloud. No pillows. Just hanging from the trees. I am going to fix the outhouse. It was higher, but then I lowered it, and then it's still too high. So I'm going to lower it some more. We'll see how that pans out. Making something like this, I don't really want to call it a latrine. But making something like this isn't very good for the environment. You have to pick very carefully where it's going. In our case, it is far more than 100 yards from any water source. You want to be sure that there's no way that it could run to any kind of a water source, or you're going to have a problem. So, I've got my two logs tied together like that. I have these pieces of 2x2 that are going to run across like that. And then this is just a piece of 2-inch styrofoam. And go right on top of that. Excellent. Let's see if I can find the trail going down to the brook. Lovely. Oh, the brook is so low right now. Okay. I don't know if that's the work of a beaver. Well then. That's one hell of a honey pot. Yes, that has to be a beaver. But wasn't too long ago. This is a finished fire pit. And in here, we made a little space for this one's pot to go onto. So I couldn't find no birch.
My multi-tool is
So spruce will have to do.
Not in my camping gear.
Brought a clean and a level. Get a level 7 clean. And they didn't do so.
It's good. So the guys are cutting this. I'm going to try to split it.
Yes, I've read that. I've read that whole thing. Nope, we never had enough yes.
Interstellar gave me a lot.
Probably. It's hard not to.
No, I mean like just the entire kit.
There you go. 3 more.
And it's so funny. It's just on fire. It's like,
So we got marshmallows. We got little bits of chocolate. And we have potato chips.
the poor man's s'more.
That's right.
You don't have access to graham crackers.
You know what? It's not really a thing you think at first. But the salt really adds a lot. It's good. It's salty and sweet. I like it.
You'll see. You'll be carrying injectable drugs.
It's good. Try it at home.
Now, those are
Waverly, I was doing 70 because I was trying to go over the humps, right? Because at the end of Waverly, you get the humps, and it's Canada Day. I got 4 guys in the car. One has conditions because he got caught for some stupid shit.
Good morning. So, I slept pretty good, except that I woke up a couple times during the night because my feet were so cold. Last night before bed, I made a mental note to change my socks before bed, and once you know it, I forgot. So, I was in my sleeping bag with sweaty socks, and I figured just take them off altogether and have my pants down around my feet. So I did that, and I still kind of woke up. Other than that, pretty good sleep. My back never felt better while I was camping. It's good. Breakfast. Pour my water right in there.
Like hair and things in it the years afterwards.
It was a no fishing zone for quite a while.
So I'm on my way back out. It was a good night. So thank you for watching this video. Give it a comment and a like. And subscribe for more content. Until next time, Bushcraft Brent out.
shaking like a leaf.
Swear words.